Yes, sir. Monday Night Raw is on deck. Pardon our lateness. We had to get our lives in order, get our affairs in order before we start potting on this good Monday. Shout out to everybody who's already populating the chat. We know what it is. We appreciate y'all pulling up each and every Monday. If you're not familiar by now, it's your boy Joff here alongside the Rap Snob.
What up?
Alongside Deanie the Balance. Alongside the homie Mace.
Let's go.
Chat what it is, people, what it is. Big Super Bowl energy. In the pre-show meeting, we were talking about Alicia Keys and Usher, and Deanie the Balance was giving his perspective on why he feels Usher's wrong. So, you know, a much cleaner version of, you know, what you said before the show got on. You disagree with Usher's motive and actions during the Super Bowl with Alicia Keys?
I thought it was a little inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, you know, it's all for publicity. You got how many million people got their eyes on you and, you know, checking out, seeing what you're doing. But, like, you know what I'm saying? She's not just Alicia Keys. She Miss Dean. You know what I'm saying? Oh. She's Miss CD. Like, we got to slow down. Like, I mean, granted, Swizzy spoke out about it. But I was like, right. I don't know, man. I just felt a little weird by it. And it wasn't just the people behind you hug, man. There was a little wiggle on it. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It just like it was a little wiggle, man. Pause.
You did not wiggle.
It wasn't just this. Hey, what's up, baby girl? Like, you know, it wasn't like he dapped one of the bros. He came in.
You acting like he gave her like one of them '90s gyrating wines from all R&B niggas. He just my boo, little rock.
My boo, my view, my cue, nigga. Keep yourself off my joints, yams. This Thanksgiving is over.
You act like this was Justin Timberlake and Janet, bro. Like,
I ain't saying the cannon popped out. I'm not doing that. But what I'm just saying, like, it's cool. I mean, like, yo, first of all, like I said, you got the nigga dancing on skates. He's already gyrating in a way we don't need to see him do it. You know what I'm saying? And now you want to come and put the schlong on my joint. Like, it just felt a little weird. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
They're performers, Dane.
I dig it. I dig it. Like, you play the piano, beloved. You sit down.
Wow, just sit down.
What loyalty
shut up and dribble?
Yo.
What loyalty do Usher owe to Swiss Beats?
Yo, don't leave your girl around me. True player for real. That's my nigga for real, man.
She was cheesing, bro.
Yeah, she look a little too bumpy. You get what I'm saying?
Tina, you giving jealous guy energy right now.
Kiki Palmer. He put the gun on Kiki Palmer. Her whole relationship terminated, bro. That shit is done.
And look where bro at now for looking crazy on the
internet.
Like, he's married to a performer.
Sis, you an actress. You know what I'm saying? You're not a vixen. Slow down, beloved. You know what I'm saying? Chill out.
She can't get a hug, bro.
That's not a hug, bro. That wasn't a hug. We're not watching the same thing.
They're performing a song, bro.
It's called My Boo.
I hear you. I hear you.
What you want to do? This is y'all want social distancing? Y'all want to?
Yo, you could have gotten the skates and did some pirouettes around the lady, bro. Yo, it's a lot of options, bro. It really is.
This is the Super Bowl. We know Usher is a top tier performer. There's not a single ounce of that performance that was not planned in advance to give the people what they want. This is what are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
I mean, it was a good performance.
It gets the people going.
I hear you.
And it's not like he grabbed a cheek or something. Like, I could see if he grabbed a cheek.
He just rubbed his schlong on the cheeks. My fault, son. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Talking about another man's schlong.
Yo, it's not your man was behind her and a slow dub vibe. Like, that's it.
Bro, it was like a half a second game. It wasn't like it was in there.
Maybe it takes
extra angles on the cameras.
Maybe it takes your girl being entertained and watching niggas like rub her cheeks like several times for you to be like, you know, she's an actress. I guess that's what it takes, bro. You know what I'm saying? I hear you.
Right.
I hear you. We got a nigga skating around the town. Usher,
Mr. Steal Your Girl. The end of the performance,
Mr. Steal Your Girl before Trey Songs. I respect it.
But where did you go after the
I could smell a wolf from across the street, man. I know what's going on. Usher's on go time.
Yo, did Brian take you, bro? Because why you so
mark my words. Right now we in 2024. and like 20:55 when Usher drops the book, I could have had your bitch.
Yo, Usher
And
got
there's
mad.
100 niggas bitches in there like, yo,
Usher's
like I
not
was
doing that,
at the
man.
residency, his girl was on deck, his girl was on deck. I can see it, bro.
You wouldn't
I'm a
take
visionary when it comes
Mrs.
to this
Danny to the
shit.
residency?
You said
You
what?
wouldn't take Mrs. Danny. You wouldn't take Mrs. Danny to the
My girl's
residency?
not a celebrity, bro. I'm not taking my girl to no nigga show, first of all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. If she want to go see the show, she can see the show. I don't go. I don't go to
That's
sexy
crazy,
flexy
Tay.
nigga shows. I take my
That's
we
crazy.
go to watch pianists and shit like that. We don't do that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Keep Usher his skates over there.
Wow.
Salute to that man. Great
Bro,
performance.
But bro, Usher got married this weekend, bro. He not on no
Salute.
jealous vibe. He just doing a
Salute.
performance.
These are my confessions,
me?
bro. These are my confessions, B. What you know what I'm saying? My way.
I had no.
I do
no
any and everything you want to. Like, Usher been singing to niggas bitches for like 30 years. What are you doing out here?
But
Stop it.
He was performing a song called My Boo with
Bruh.
8 keys. They've been performing that song for almost 20 years.
Before she met
Dean, not 8 keys, A Dean. You dig? Alicia Dean. Not Alicia Keys.
It ain't listen. Mr. Dean is not Hove. He's not Hove, and Sean O'Paul was on stage with Beyonce closing his eyes and shit. You know what I mean? Maybe he's more confident within himself.
Hove had that nigga in the sights, bro. This was about to be some Lennox in the ballroom shit, bro.
Yeah, but see, that was younger Hove. Hove in his 50s understand he not a jealous guy anymore. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Old niggas don't care because he
fuck out the bag, bro.
Right.
Samson Locks Hove is a different type of nigga. He's reached a different level of tranquility, bro.
Oh, bro.
I dig it.
Man.
Sean Carter with the Caesar would have did that though. It would have been on site. You know what I'm saying? I need 5 in the box.
He know when he go home to Mrs. Dean in that nice red ass dress. He showed her who the actual boo was. What's wrong with that?
I hear you, Joe. It sounds magnificent, brother. It does.
Won't you agree? You know what I mean?
It sounds all right. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, you know what I mean? We're gonna talk a little Hove. You know, we wanted to get the pod off to a little fun start. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The relationship roundtable. Apparently, we thinking about doing a spin-off show starring Dee Dee, where we just do relationship talk with Dee Dee to balance. Let us know in the chat if you want the relationship show starring Dee Dee, so we can start.
Shit. Talk to me about what y'all want to do in these streets.
Yo,
some shit.
If you new to the show, make sure you hit that like button, run those comments up, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We are at 13.2K subscribers. We are working our way towards 14K. Mad Max with the super chat off rip. We love it. You know what I'm saying?
Maxie.
Lock in with us. And as always, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow us on them socials. You know what I mean? Instagram, Facebook, and of course, Twitter. Run those, all the numbers we need you to run up are those numbers right there. And if you're feeling generous, throw a little super chat. Throw a little cash app, hit up Roundtable Merch, get you one of them truckers. Hoodies are loading, you know what I'm saying? But pleasantries out the way. It's been nearly 5 years since the NFL and Jay-Z made this agreement, to do the Super Bowl halftime show and things of that nature. Tons of backlash. Probably my favorite Roundtable episode ever was Side A of episode 7, the legendary debate with myself, Deanie, Sincere, and I believe Lang was part of that episode as well. And we went to war in that episode. And it's been close to 5 years. So I want to know what the temperature is in the chat. I want to know what the temperature is on this here panel. Mad Max will get to your super chat in a few minutes. We're not gonna forget y'all, but we want to definitely lock in with this whole topic. So Sincere Raps time. It's been nearly 5 years. Super Bowl show after Super Bowl show after Super Bowl show, apparently for the culture. Yep. What are your takes now?
My takes haven't changed that much, honestly. I mean, it looks good. You know what I mean? It feels good on the day of. You got better representation for us in our culture up on that stage. You know what I mean? We had complete hip hop performance not too long ago, which was unprecedented. Before that, we've had Usher. You know what I mean? We had Beyonce up there. We have Rihanna up there. You know what I mean? Great representation for our culture and our artists and people that look like us. But beyond that, what else really has there been? You know what I mean? All this talk originally about like coming to the table and, there was all these socio-political topics that were being debated upon at the time. I think all of that has gotten really conveniently swept under the rug under all of this, performative, halftime show hoopla. And, I loved the halftime show yesterday. Don't get me wrong. This might be one of my favorite halftime shows that I've ever seen. Better than Rihanna, better than a few other ones in recent years. But as far as like what was, I don't want to say promise. Promise is a strong word, but what was insinuated that what would come of this partnership and this relationship, they really it's only been an entertainment aspect of it that I've seen thus far that has arisen from it. The other part of it, which I feel was more important, I haven't seen anything really come to fruition. And if I'm wrong, somebody tell me I'm wrong.
Well, just for the sake of clarity, like when you say the other side, you haven't seen it yet. What exactly are you referring to?
I mean, there hasn't really been much talk in terms of any initiatives, anything major in terms of the political and social aspect of what originally brought this partnership to the table. Like the NFL was getting a lot of backlash for the kneeling shit. And sorry, that really threw me off. But they were getting a lot of backlash, and here comes Hove and Roc Nation, and is like, yo, let's see if we could both come to the table and come to an agreement in terms of like how do we move forward past kneeling. And it just seems to me like past kneeling it ultimately meant fuck issues, get money. You know what I mean? Like the real like core issues that were at the heart of this whole partnership coming to the table, they've just swept that under the rug. And it's just been like a lot of, albeit, great Super Bowl performances, but what's really developed beyond that is my question.
Okay. Do you need a balance? No more relationship talk. What do you think after near 5 years with this whole deal? What are your pros? What are your cons?
I think Sin surmised it pretty well. Again, like I said, I truly felt that I said it like for episode 7, man. I truly felt they're using Hove as the nigga whisperer. You know what I'm saying? Like we know if whatever which way direction he gonna say it goes, a lot of people gonna follow. And I think that's who they went. They could have went to a lot of people for this shit, bro. But like nobody connects the dots like Hove, and that's why this shit kind of sucks. But there hasn't been nothing that changed. If something did change, the time and best place to announce it would be during the Super Bowl. Maybe there's hey, we'll be donating blank, blank, blank to this blank, blank, blank fund. Like at least let all the people watching, let all the people who's like got their eyes on the tube, like, yo, like, oh, this is going to this. Oh, we raised awareness to a cause. We know something is happening while we're watching the Super Bowl. We know something is happening. You get what I'm saying? To affect the change of the situation that this is all for. Like, and without that, it kind of do look like that. It look like Hove is just, my family's front row. We them dons, but the streets are still cracking. You know what I'm saying? It's still bracking out there. Like nothing really changed. If in fact, in a lot of ways, it might be worse than it was when Hove got into that shit. You get what I'm saying? So it's not really doing much for the people. I got to keep it a being. It is doing a lot for Hove. It's doing a lot for Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? It's doing a lot for Ice Spice.
So what Taylor Swift got to do with this?
Listen, I'm about to put my whole.
She was on the screen more than Kelsey, my nigga. Like,
you right.
Listen, to have Taylor Swift all of a sudden, like America's princess, suddenly be intertwined with the NFL and the Super Bowl and their team, like that whole come from behind victory. Don't get me started.
What are you getting?
Damn, don't do it, Sin.
It's feeling like a good script, bro.
Damn, you don't believe in Pat Mahomes?
It's feeling like a real good script.
You sound like Mad Max.
Pat Mahomes,
damn, Sin.
He's watching his entire black bloodline out of his family tree as we speak, bro.
Damn.
Don't get me started, bro. I don't like any
we
of this
already
rubbish.
did. We here.
Holy the pimp of butterfly, Batman.
Is that beanie made of tinfoil, Sin?
Anyway,
Sincere to raps now.
What's
The
going
snob.
on?
I don't
even
like
like
it. Don't
football
smell.
like
It all
that.
smells. It all
Damn.
smells like
Here we
it
go.
smells fishy to me, bro.
It's a conspiracy sin.
Hold on. I just
conspiracy.
want to say that when it comes to the NFL and only the NFL, they don't need Taylor Swift. The Super Bowl is gonna get you 100 million people
You
to
feel
watch.
me?
That's the number one
Regardless.
sport in America.
It's
more
symbolic,
money.
though. It's symbolic though. That's what I'm saying.
As I've always said, the NFL is the greatest representation of Americana. The quarterback position, mostly white, gets all the bread, while all the grunt work is done by the blacks who have to fight for every coin that they get. We already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back on topic now. We done veered. We done got into the political bag outside of the jigger, man.
They covered every base though, Jaw. Real quick, they covered let's say you're a person that's not necessarily into football and the Super Bowl itself. You know what I'm saying? Your little white girl, Taylor Swift is on the TV. They're gonna go turn on the TV. Hove is at the game. There's gonna be people that don't watch football that's gonna turn on the game. Black folk just to see Hove. Like they really Ice Spice. They cornered the market, bro. Like the Chelsea cut. They cornered the market.
It's Americana. It's American game. And the Super Bowl is the social event of the year, bro. It's the only American sport where everybody gets together to watch it. Even people who do not care about football get together to be at a Super Bowl party, or at the very least, they pull up for the halftime show. And based on if I remember correctly, because I took a class on this last year's halftime show rated higher than the actual game with Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? It's all math at the end of the day. A lot of people struggle with the fact that a lot of this world, in America specifically, it's all dollars and cents. They struggle with it, but it is what it is.
If I could just chime in one more time before we hand it over to Mace, I think ultimately that's what my problem is with how the last 5 years of this deal have transpired, is that like it really, I mean, we all know Hove is the consummate capitalist. He's a hyper capitalist. And I just feel like for people that are hyper capitalists like him, it always seems like money is the answer. You know what I mean? And that if he can make it to that table and generate this kind of attention and revenue and point it in the direction of black entertainers on that stage, that is somehow going to trickle down to the rest of society, and that shit doesn't work. It just doesn't.
I mean, I can't argue that. I can't. The most I say in response to that, as we are definitely in it now, is that to even get into that table, you got to buy in. And then once you buy in, you got to make concessions. Like, ain't nothing free in America. You know what I'm saying? Everything got a price. Even the good shit that we see that motherfuckers do, that comes with a price. Even the charitable donations that you might feel like your most honorable celebrity does, that has a price. Like we gotta accept that. A lot of people struggle with accepting that America is a fucking price tag, and there is no honorable at that level. Maybe amongst the civilian level, I could give a homeless person $20. That's out of my pocket. That's love, whatever. But when you get to the billionaire and 100 millionaire status, all them niggas is paid for. And they're getting bought. They're paying for their presence, and they're being bought at the same time. Like it's just the reality. But we got to get back on topic. Macito, NFL deal nearly 5 years later. What you thinking, man?
I think of it on two different levels, right? Me personally, I'm right with the rest of the table. You know what I mean? As part of the 99%, you know, I'm always gonna look at the 1%, you know, sideways. You know, like, you know. We're past nailing, like, okay, I guess so. You know what I mean? Like, what initiatives have been brought? Just like Sin mentioned, have anybody other than Meek Mill been let out of jail? You know what I mean? Like, you know, I know Desiree got her pardon, but is anything else going on? You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, you know, when you look at it as beyond an entertainment level, which is, I think, what some people felt like they were being sold at the time, then yeah, you know what I mean? Obviously, it looked like just, you know, a money grab, you know, a way to promote himself, his brand, and his wife. You know what I mean? That's another thing, is that I think we need to reevaluate that Grammy speech. Now that we know Beyonce's dropping a country album, you know what I mean, that probably will be eligible for next year's Album of the Year Grammy. I think we need to look at that speech as a little bit more calculated at this point, but that's a whole nother conversation. But you know, on a different level, when I look at it, is, you know, because at the end of the day, this pretty much looks symbolic, right? Like, you know, we got some black faces at halftime, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, I seen all types of tweets, like, you know what I mean? The Super Bowl looks so inwordy. You know what I mean? I don't know if YouTube was gonna get us for that one, but you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, people love their 15 minutes of feeling seen. You know what I mean? Feeling like it's 2004 again, peace up, A-Town down, all that shit, you know what I mean? So most of it looks symbolic, but I have to, you know, I like to look at shit in different ways. And my thing is, why is Jay-Z the only capitalist that gets looked at with a side eye? You know what I mean? Niggas love symbolic shit, right? Niggas would love for their favorite artist to win album of the year at the Grammy. Niggas love when their favorite artists get good reviews. Niggas love, you know, all type of shit when it's their favorite artist. You know what I mean? Niggas love symbolic gestures. We got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame coming up, right? I see Eric B and Rakim are nominated, and like hip hop is saying, let's get him up there, let's get him up there. But then when they don't get him up there, it's gonna be the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Yeah. But niggas love symbolic shit, and I don't know why you pretend like, you know what I mean, us as a culture don't love to get, you know, placated too. You know what I mean? Like, niggas love acting like shit is a lot more than it is. So the thing is, it seemed like Jay-Z is the only one that gets looked through with a fine-tooth comb on this level when they do some charitable shit, when they do some shit that's supposed to be for the culture. You know what I mean? If we're gonna act like all of this shit doesn't matter, we can be real. None of this shit on an entertainment level, none of these niggas are really doing anything that affects us on a common man level. Let's be real. You know what I mean? Did you think that Jay-Z doing the Super Bowl shit was gonna get more books and computers in your kids' school? Well, I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe,
but that's the thing. It's just
how
don't fucking like, don't insult my intelligence and have you front like you doing this for the people and the culture. You know what I mean?
Is it all right? So let's I go ahead, Sam. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying like what Mace was saying, like, you know what I mean? The entertainers, when they get to that level, obviously, you know, they're gonna look out for number one all the time. You know what I mean? Them and their team and their people. You know what I mean? But like, I'm not looking at Dr. Dre like, yo, what has Dr. Dre done? Because Dr. Dre's not out here fronting like he's trying to, you know, do something
change the game
relevant.
Yeah.
Well, what? So,
you know what I mean? Culturally, in terms of like,
my whole thing is all these niggas are selfish capitalists. You know what I mean? All of these niggas are trying to get the most dollars they possibly can. That's why they all idolize Jay-Z, because they say how he did what we trying to do. You know what I mean? So my thing is, I'm giving all these niggas the side eye when they say I'm doing this for the community. I did this for that. Why do us as a culture only look at Jay-Z like that? All of them is faking it till they make it, bro. Let's be real. You know?
And then we gotta ask the question, because it's like Hov's history in rap makes it so that we got a lot of people in this chat right now who are gonna lean with everything that Sin says, because it kind of confirms their own personal biases or feelings about Jay-Z, right?
It's not biased.
No, hear me out, Sin.
All right.
So, but my thing is, Sin, you put the time in, right? And you might look some shit up to do the knowledge and figure out what it is. A lot of these people, they're not even looking shit up. They don't even they give wild opinions, and a lot of times don't even actually know what's going on. They just believe some shit Dame said on a podcast. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because it's hip hop or it's rap, it's like this expectation that this person A has to be a good guy. There's no time that we sit back and we just be like, maybe bro is just not a good guy like that. He got to where he got because he did what he needed to do. You dig? And it's like, in America, when you get to a certain point, unless you hit the lottery, when you make your way through America and you continue to level up down to the politicians that all of us vote for, all of these niggas are not good people, cuz. Like, this is what it is. This is exactly what it is. The next thing that we got to look into, because I pulled up an article from Boston.com that was written in July of 2023 that says that the NFL has worked, citing $250 million raised for various social justice causes, along with Super Bowl improvements, et cetera, et cetera. Just for the sake of being the bad guy, because I always end up being the bad guy on this pod, I'll say, do we need to see headlines in order to believe that some shit is happening? You know what I mean? Because which one is it? Is it fuck what the news says? We want to see action, or do we need to see the headlines?
Well, I mean,
which one is it?
You
both.
Job, you like to say all the time, like if a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it really falls. So you know what I mean? So like if we don't hear about it, why are they not promoting that? Why are they not putting that out there for the people to see and hear? You know what I mean? Do they feel like the other side is going to give them too much backlash if they actually promote, you know, or the philanthropy that they may or may not be doing?
But this is it's a two-pronged question then, because it goes both ways. Some people could say, I need to see the headlines. A lot of people could say, I'm doing this, and this, and it don't matter what the news says. You know what I'm saying? But it feels like when it comes to certain people, unless they see it, then it didn't happen. But then when they do see it in the news, they'll flip around and say that he bought and paid for the article that's posted in the newspaper or news. So it's like it's either we gonna start keeping it 1,000 about how we feel about whoever we're talking about, or we're gonna have to just stop talking about it altogether. Like Caleb saying that I'm making assumptions about what people know and what they don't know. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm always gonna end up being the bad guy. Niggas, some of y'all are like fucking females to me. Like y'all pick and choose what y'all want to hear, and then y'all make a side argument and completely ignore the bigger point. I'm talking about people who, in general. So if I'm not talking to you and I ain't calling no names, don't personalize it. But if you know within your heart that you don't do any research, you don't do the knowledge of any of these things, get offended, because you shouldn't be talking to anybody, including everyone in the chat, including us on the podcast, the nigga at the barbershop, because you shouldn't be speaking on shit that you don't know about and then be loud and wrong about it on top of that. So I just want to know, like, are we doing the research or are we just waiting for somebody to say fuck Jay-Z? That's my question.
As a nigga that do fuck with her, I'm gonna say this though. The reason why it matters is because the fact is it is Hove, my nigga. Like to me, Hove has always been like the epitome of like authenticity. Like say what you want about Jay, say capitalist, this, that, and the third. But he was always, everything was always like so calculated, bro. So thoughtful, so just well-meaning. You know what I'm saying? So to see that he would say that, like if Diddy, like I said, if Diddy said it, I would have been like, I know where this is going. You know what I'm saying? Diddy gonna take that money and go to the leather store. But when his whole, I always felt like there's a different authenticity that comes with Hove. There's a different stamp, a different certification. Like if Hove says it, it's done. That's kind of like the way, you know what I'm saying? Even when you ask Hove about the dinner shit, nigga said, take the money. Like the fuck are we doing out here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just, he's always been a nigga that's been honest. That's why to hear that and not see no actionable, and it does need to be seen. You need to hear about it and you need to see it. We live in a world where everything is fabricated, bro.
Let's break down C. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you got people already emotional, Job doing the same shit. I mean, let me ask my panelists and the people who actually watch the Rap Round Table a question. When do I ever say that I'm not above saying I don't know? If I don't know some shit, I'd be the first one to tell you I don't know. So why the fuck would I assume that Hove is doing some shit? I don't know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he does, but what he doesn't do. That's why I usually keep in music. But when I do start looking into shit, I start realizing, oh, he did that. So why are they saying that he doing this? So now let's flip it to another personalized conversation. If you think he's a snaky businessman, I will never push back against that. Anytime Sin bring up shit that he did that shaky business, hyper capitalism, I don't fight back against that. I just ask him what you expect. This is the world we live in. You know what I'm saying? You want to see it? So what? Like, if Jay-Z do a reality show right now, he get the camera. The motherfucker went to Africa, Water for Life shit. They said, oh, he just doing that for the camera. What we talking about? The prison reform shit. He in bed with white people. There's a counter argument for everything that he does. So what are we doing? That's all I want to know.
I think the expectation might be
Caleb,
because it just feels like business as usual. You know what I mean? It just feels like he's walking the same path and the same road that other past billionaire philanthropists have walked on, and it hasn't really led to much in terms of like changing the system or improving social justice issues. You know what I mean? So it's like I think that when it is Hove, when it's somebody from our culture, people are looking at it like we want to trust you, we want to think that you're doing right, but it just seems like what they did 10 years ago and what they did 20 years ago, and we still dealing with the same issues. So we want him to sort of like maybe flip the script a little bit to like, put the system on its head a little bit. You know what I mean? But like he's kind of
does that look like, Sin?
I have no idea.
Oh.
My thing is that the hip hop.
I thought you had a plan. I don't have. I was about to get comfortable. Like, we
John thought he was late.
John thought he was laying the bricks down.
My whole thing is like, and Sin is completely right? Like Sin isn't saying anything wrong, but it's like, who are like the hip hop billionaires, right? Like Puffy, who was spending money on freak offs until he was about to get caught.
These are not good people.
Donated to HBCUs right before the case came. You know what I mean? Dr. Dre, who donated to USC with Jimmy Iovine, which ended up getting mostly rich kids scholarships. You know what I mean? Kanye, who even knows what the fuck Kanye is doing? So it's my thing is like, everyone...
I think that Kanye the best out of all of them as a person. Low key, quiet as cat.
Which is saying something.
That means a lot.
Though. I don't think Jobs complimenting Ye. I think he's saying who the other niggas are. To be honest with you. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like, it's known. We know how shit works. The people who want to give the most have the least. You know what I'm saying? Like the niggas who end up being cutthroat and ruthless enough to get to the level of a billionaire, especially coming from the place that a lot of the people in hip hop came from. They not great guys, bro. So I'm just tired of one person getting painted with this brush every time they do something. Yeah, this shit don't mean nothing for black people. We said this shit from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like people of color, if people want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, I didn't expect it to. Just like the rest of them fake it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing. It's like I feel like there's a specific distaste with Jay-Z and a certain kind of just even like you said, expect him to turn things over on their head. None of them are doing that. You know what I mean? Let's start calling them all the tasks. You feel me?
I think there's a general phoniness that people feel about Jay-Z. Even before he became like billionaire guy and full political figure. Even in the music, there was people who felt like he was a fraud. And I think that's kind of transcended as his fame has gotten bigger. People just look at him like, look at this fucking phony. He don't go, you know what I mean?
That's straight up bias.
Some haters.
Yes, and I know I jumped on you.
Nah, I was gonna say that if I can throw Jason Bale, I think he means well. You know what I mean? I don't think he goes in with the intention of being disingenuous. Sometimes, you know what I mean? That's just. You try
this
some
is the type of shit we got to deal with. You're an unserious person,
right? And it just it comes off, like what's that term? It comes off tone deaf. You know what I mean? Because you're so far removed from the rest of society that even when you try some shit and you try to do some good, like you're not connected enough to really connect with the people in a substantive way where they actually feel it. You know what I mean? So if I can throw some bail, I do think that he means well. I just think that he is working within the only system that he knows, and you know what I mean. And if this is how he comes off, trying to create some reform and try to fight for social justice in the only way he knows how, which is to throw some money at it. You know what I mean? Then so be it. But I mean, a real revolution, you can't. There's no price tag on a real revolution. That shit is priceless. It will have to be like a complete dismantle of the system that Jay is working with.
This is like Marcos. Like we having a conversation about like, bro, come on, gang. Anyway, I just think that I got a jaded worldview when it comes to people. Like, I don't really trust anybody. So I don't hold anybody to any. I think everybody's a piece of shit. Long story short, like until you prove to me that otherwise, I just look at people as not being the greatest, and then their actions are what they are. When I look at Jay, that's what I always say. Like I try not to get into them conversations. I don't talk about whole money. I don't talk about Beyonce. I don't talk about the magazine articles. When I get worked up and when y'all say, "Oh, Jarvis is emotional," like that's an insult to me. I'm talking about the music, because that's the only thing that I can prove based on what I heard are the albums. When we start getting into all the shit that we heard from niggas on podcasts or the camera, and I'm not a biter, I'm a writer shit, you know what I'm saying? Even that's kind of music related. And then I'll counter the argument and I'll say, all right, you could say Hov bit a lot of niggas. Then I can say that there's nobody making a compilation for the hundreds of rappers I got a whole bar in a verse.
Shout out to Stove God.
Come on. So it's like, I keep it music. Once we start veering into other shit, most I can tell you is I'll agree with you and tell you he did some snake shit, and I'll move on. But at this point, now plus that everything he gets, everything that he does positive gets leaked. The Meek Mill shit wasn't leaked. The prison reform shit wasn't leaked. What are we talking about? I think I agree. I don't like how he handled the Colin Kaepernick situation. I think that was terrible. Shit, there was a video that came out over the weekend with Desiree in the background making a face when he said, we're past kneeling. Because it's like we said a week ago, and it's funny that video came out because we said last week, Hov don't really know how to speak in public. Right. And y'all took it as me shooting bail when in actuality I was speaking facts. Like some niggas just don't know how to orate and elocute their opinions in certain rooms. It's easy to write bars and rap over a beat. You're in a room full of rich whites trying to get your takes and your opinions off, and you're gonna say some stupid shit. We're past kneeling. What do you mean by that? You know what I'm saying? Like the average Joe is gonna see that and be like, this nigga don't give a fuck about Colin Kaepernick. And he been wearing that since it happened. Cap not back in the league, right? Granted, you could argue and say that Cap kind of sabotaged himself with the workout situation, but the fact that Cap got the workout was part of the Roc Nation agreement. You had to see this nigga because they wasn't even allowing the nigga in facilities.
Yeah. And only like 3 people took the offer. You know what I'm saying? They even let the nigga train. So it was probably quiet regardless. So
you know what I'm saying? Like Hov has to learn how to speak to the public, honestly. And this is where I'm gonna say some shit that I might be out of bounds for. Hov either gotta know how to properly speak to the public, bro, or stay quiet. Don't say shit. If you're not representing the people how you're supposed to, or at least orating your opinion in a way that every man could digest, not the rich niggas, then stop talking, gang. Because the Beyonce speech was another situation where it's like you here looking crazy. When in reality, all you saying is how can someone who's dominated the Grammys not get the A1 Grammy of them all? Album of the year is the top Grammy, is it not?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's saying that Beyonce won the most and she can't get the best one. What part of the game is that? But you say a whole bunch of rambling shit, say some stupid shit about Will Smith, then you got to tie yourself to it on the back end so that it don't look too crazy. You don't know how to talk to niggas, so stop talking.
Yeah,
that's like the definition of out of touch. You know what I'm saying?
All I heard was my wife wins all the time, but just not this one time. Like, that's all I heard, bro.
That's what the every man would say. The niggas who's waking up and going to work every day don't give a fuck that Beyonce got 1,000 Grammys, but don't got album of the year. When you're really trying to say that the black woman is killing it, but you keep giving it to this white girl who's not half as good as my wife.
And here's where I struggle with it because it's like, I see what he's saying, and the point that he's making is valid. Like it's basically like the Grammys are telling not just Beyonce, but on a bigger scope, black entertainers and black women, you're good, but it's not enough. You're not enough. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's a Jadakiss. But the way that
might be the greatest quote of modern New York hip hop.
Bro,
it's good, but it's not enough.
But when it comes out of his mouth is like, yo, can my wife get more statues, please?
Right.
More Grammys, please? Like that's how it comes off. So this is where I say, like, I think it comes from a place that's sort of well-meaning, but by the time it comes out of his mouth, it comes out as self-serving. So somewhere in that translation between what he feels and what he actually says, somewhere in that, the self-servingness like seeps in, and it's like we can't escape it.
Right. And then 718 Golden, you know what I mean? Some of your opinions I agree with, some of them I don't agree with. He says everyone could tell you how to do it if they never did it. We're not telling Hov how to do it. We're saying stop talking about it if you can't deliver the message that it's about properly, because then the message gets buried in bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is.
And it could also very well be that he feels like they have the culture on their back and they're trying to rep for the culture, but not everybody feels that when they speak or when he speaks or when he says something.
That's a fact.
And on behalf of them, you know what I mean?
And let's take it a step further. In America, I don't know how it is in other countries, but in America, rich niggas, the common man, the 9-to-5er, don't want to hear from rich niggas unless they really doing something that's actionable to the 9-to-5er. Like, for instance, if I work in a company and a rich dude says we love this company, we love how this machine works, and he walks away, cool, whatever. You're going back to being rich. Are you coming with a check? Are you giving us a $1 million donation that's going to be disseminated as bonuses for all the employees? That's what people really want. They want actionable shit.
Right.
And at the end of the day, we also have to remember that we might just be screaming into the void because everybody in our, on our timeline and in our lives might be saying this about Jay-Z, but Jay-Z might have woke up this morning and said, yo, everybody's talking about how great Usher did. My wife's about to release a new hit album. Her top 2 songs, which were title exclusives, are about to be number 1 and 2 on the charts. He might just be counting money, feeling like he had a good ass weekend. You know what I mean? So we might be thinking like, yo, Jay-Z got to be called to task. You know what I mean? And he might be like, yo, this was a success. You know what I mean? So we got to remember at the end of the day that, we might just be saying some shit that really don't matter.
That's a fact. And you know what? Let's be clear. Like, I don't believe that you should call him the task for this. Like, on the surface level only. If you look at the Super Bowl, and I've done this in the past, I'm going to do it again because we have a few more eyeballs from the last time I did this. After the Janet Jackson Nipplegate, right? In 2005, Paul McCartney. 2006, the Rolling Stones. 2007, Prince and the Florida A&M Marching Band. 2008, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. 2009, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. 2010, The Who. 2011, Black Eyed Peas, Usher and Slash. 2012, Madonna. 2013, Beyonce, when she was at her peak white fame. That's when a lot of people loved Beyonce the most.
Yeah.
2014, Bruno Mars and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. 2015, Katy Perry, Lenny Kravitz and Missy Elliott. 2016, Coldplay, Beyonce again, Bruno Mars. 2017, Lady Gaga. 2018, JT and Tennessee Kids. 2019, Maroon 5, Travis Scott and Big Boy. Shit, damn. 2020, Shakira, Jennifer Lopez, Bad Bunny, and J Balvin, Emmy Muniz. 2021, The Weeknd. Eminem in 2022, the whole West Coast Death Row situation.
50, yeah.
2023, Rihanna, and last year was, Usher and company. But up until 2020, or you could say 2021, the Super Bowl halftime show was white as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He put on for hip hop. All these artists, let's take the common man out the equation. All these artists are benefiting. Streams go, they don't get paid for the show by way of a direct check, but all their streamings go up. All these black acts, white people mad on Twitter, tired of the N-word music. You know what I'm saying? That got to count for something, or that don't count for nothing.
It counts for something.
Counts.
I mean, like I said at the top of the segment, like, I love it. I love to see it, but it's good.
It
but
counts.
It depends on how you're looking at it. There's a segment that you look at and go, it's nice, you know what I'm saying? You're helping a few black artists, but you're helping people that are already like stinky rich, kind of like get more notoriety. You get what I'm saying? Like all the people we just named are like, they would have did just fine in life without the Super Bowl, bro.
But let's be fair too.
Usher just came off of the craziest residency. Rihanna's like a fucking billionaire, and Travis Scott fucking sneaking stuff like $1,000, bro. Like these are people that didn't need any help. You get what I'm saying?
Let's be fair. We be talking about like the downswing of industry and sales and all that and charting. That halftime show is a stimulus, bro. Like
it is
stimulus to
13 minutes for you to just do your thing.
Who was Jay-Z gonna get up there that needed help, bro? You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. This is a Super Bowl stage at the end of the day. Like he wasn't getting nobody but a superstar on the stage.
That's a fact. I was thinking like who can pause? Who can top this, bro? Like you have Rihanna, Usher. You know what I'm saying? Like what's next? Like
we said that.
Cash Money in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? When Lil Wayne was broke, and going back to Non Plus's point, when Wayne was broke and needed a loan, they didn't leak that. Wayne was the one who said Hov bailed them out. Like Hov does good things too, but it's like everything looked at suspect. And then we had the argument, even us, we talked bad about him, about Hip Hop 50. And I just seen today, I'm scrolling on Twitter just by chance, and I see that Hove donated to the Hip Hop 50 shows that we killed him for not performing on. So it's like how crazy we look now. We killed this guy, and he said, "Yo, here, I ain't gonna be there. I'm gonna be with my wife, but I'm gonna make sure this show gets off the ground how it's supposed to." No, he don't get no credit for that.
What show was that?
We'll talk off the air. But it's the show you. It's the show you think it is.
Okay.
Wow.
And the person who would know best that he donated bread.
Yeah.
Out her own mouth. She said it.
Yeah.
Blew my mind, bro.
Interesting. I haven't seen it, but
To niggas like us, that means something. But
you would have thrown that into the group chat, but
there's a contingent of people that's gonna be like, oh, he donated a couple of coins. You know, it's like it all depends. So you ask.
It's very interesting. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, I think
Al in the chat. What up, Al?
Al Green, what up?
Yo, we need you in the studio, Al. Just leave the hat at the crib. You heard? You know
leave the fedora.
You know what I'm saying?
Fedora free Al.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna behave myself. I was gonna throw a dart, not at Al, but at someone else. But we got some super chats to get to. You know what I'm saying? Now, Al is good people. Like I actually like Al. The
homie.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Mad Max started off with a super chat about the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? He says, "Congrats, Pat. Enjoy your chip. Joey gonna put you in the split next season." And head, Travis Kelce, stop that modern day blackface. You do, bozo. Damn. Mad Max, like, how much bread you lost last night, Max?
Right. Goddamn, Max.
Max with another super chat. Let's keep it real on Cap. Like his name, he was Cap when he lost his position to the Galbert dude. Grew out of Huey Newton the fro, but was never about his people. What has Cap done? Hove out his bag.
Hey.
A lot
Max,
of people feel like Cap is a fraud.
Facts right now.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're ready for all them facts, Max.
Cap. I mean, it wasn't looking good before the whole shit happened. Anyway, it wasn't like he came off like an incredible year. You know what I'm saying? Like when you nice like that, it's sad. It's crazy how people just disregard all the nutso shit you do when you on the top of your game. You know what I'm saying? So that explains a lot.
I'll say this. You know, like maybe Cap wasn't about his blackness. Maybe he leaned into his white side. But this is what I was talking about when I said that as black people, we got to stop dragging our own people down. You don't see white people don't do this. Hispanics don't do this. Right. Asians don't do this. But we love killing our own people. We got to stop it. Let's talk our dirty laundry in closed circles. You know what I mean? Thank you for the super chat, Max. But that's my new energy. I'm not pulling down no black person unless it's sports and it's LeBron. You know what I mean? That's different.
Well, I think there's a major difference, especially like with white people. Like if a white person talks some shit about another prominent white person, there's not that feeling of like, oh, that person represents the culture,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
But when it's, you know what I mean, black people or people of color, there's more of a feeling like, oh, you see, that's
everybody
just how
not
they are.
Culture, no sin. That's the problem. Everybody's not culture.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think it's all honest as long as you keep it to whatever they are representing themselves as. We don't mind being called bad podcasters, right? But we don't want personal attacks. You feel me? Like,
you dig?
If he put out a bad song, I'm gonna say this song is shitty. But I'm not about to bring up, you know, like what he's doing with his wife and why he's, you know, if he's, you know, got snitches on his record label. That shit doesn't matter ultimately, bro. I'm gonna be honest. You know what I mean? And like, I know we get chatty patty sometimes, but it's like, come on now, like.
Even when we do the chatty boys, we there's boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
Have fun with it, man.
Because like I always say, don't talk crazy about niggas that if you see in public, you will ask for a picture with. Like you flick it up, post it on your socials, and then go back to your pod and talk hot. That's not the math ain't mathing to me. Black Wealth and Power says people love having their anti-Jay-Z biases validated. People love having all of their biases validated.
There you go.
Confirmation bias.
There you go. Mad Max with a super chat says, I mean, Cap did the same thing Jay did. What laws he made by kneeling? Jay, like May said, not the only one half of you still believing in Cap and Cap. Wow. Wow. Jesus Christ.
Maxie on fire tonight.
Bro. God. I feel uncomfortable reading that. Jermaine L. Johnson with a super chat.
Jay, what up?
Super chat himself. Black folks, we need more black executives in the NFL and partnerships with black-owned businesses. Also, black folks, Jay-Z's a sellout for partnering with black-owned businesses with the NFL.
Jay, like I feel like in the Twilight Zone. Jay, like
Black Mirror.
If let's say now, if Nas got in bed with the NFL and he got big bread, considering what we know about the NFL, would that make y'all look at him differently? Just for the sake of there's a lot of Nas fans who support our channel and we know how they feel about Jay. Nas gets an NFL deal. Nas buys an NFL team. What's the energy? Let me know in the chat.
He deserves it.
We got one more super chat. Non Plus, shout out to Non Plus. He says, "When I said Jay-Z's good deeds are leaked, I meant they always come out in the media. That's a PR move to help his image. How else are we supposed to find out?"
Right.
Yeah, I agree. That probably, but why? Does that mean everybody's announcements are PR moves though? Wouldn't that be the same case? Because I hear about shit that everybody doing, you know.
I mean, there's a theory in philosophy that says that like there is no such thing as like true 100% altruism, because at the end of the day, like even if you want people to know that you did something good, then that negates the altruism. You want to receive that credit, so you can't knock Jay-Z or anybody for wanting to feel good or wanting to get good pub for doing something that's beneficial or that's good for the people. You know what I mean? Like that's just the nature of it.
And you can't crucify for both.
You know what I mean?
That's the difference with you and a lot of people, Sin. Other than Kendrick, you gonna call everybody to task. You feel what I'm saying? We just need more of that.
Where did Kendrick come from?
Marcos in the super chat says, "I want y'all to win. Keep growing. Rap round table." Marcos, we love you, bro. My Met hat compadre. Even though I'm rocking the Yankee, you know the vibe. You know what I'm saying? I had to bring the Yankee back out to rep the city, right? You dig what I'm saying?
Somebody got to, right, John?
Somebody got to. Uncle Frame with the super chat says, "Job, Jay put in jail a Kansas City policeman that had the cartel that raped black women for more than 30 years. But nobody in this chat knows that. Shit, I ain't know that either. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you for putting this on to that. You know what I mean? Shit. If possible, if you got a news link with that, you know how to reach me. Uncle Frame, just send that my way. You know what I mean? But we got to move on. We spent way more than I thought we would on this whole topic. But this is, you know what I mean? We love chopping it. We fake love political commentary. We just try to like not get demonetized. You know what I mean? We got to move on. Kanye dropped Vultures over the weekend. Myself and Macito gave our initial reactions, and we need to hear from our brothers. What I say is I can't wait to do the next mailbag. The next mailbag for episode 91 is going to be dedicated to the Vultures comment section because it's split down the middle in our comments. Right. So the rap snob, the prodigal son has returned. He brought some company. I guess not. Let's go.
Sin.
This album is not for me, dog.
Okay.
I listened to it. I listened to it twice. Once when it dropped, I think it was on Saturday, right? And then a second time today. Yeah, it's still like both times it sounded kind of like a mess to me. It had decent to good moments, right? Decent to good. That was the range that I found in terms of the songs and the moments on the album. Decent to good. I didn't hear nothing that was great. I didn't hear nothing that would make me want to return to this album. More times than the two times that I've listened to it. It's cool for certain moments. Then there's other moments that I'm just like, yo, this just sounds like utter garbage and just like a fucking like a mess. It sounds like a mess. It sounds like, and the shouts to Al because I'm gonna spit his ball. Like it sounds like the album should have been called "I'm Bipolar." Because that's what the fucking album sounds like. It sounds like a bipolar person off their meds making an album. There's some songs that I kind of like. I'll say I don't hate them. They're good. I'll listen to them and not be upset. Right? Back to Me, Freddie's verse. Freddie killed it. Do It. Shout out to Q Beats. Who produced on that record and did not get credit. Burn. Carnival is good. I think it's getting a little overhyped, but I fucked with Carnival. Beg Forgiveness and then Problematic. These are the songs that I'm not mad at. Like if I'm forced to listen to them, I'll be all right, I'll listen to it. But none of these songs make me want to come back to this project. And then there's the rest of the project that I'm not fucking with at all. Again, it kind of sounds like a mess. The mixing, like like I went back to older Kanye projects, not just like the classic stuff, but even if you go back and listen to Donda, like the sonics and the mixing are impeccable. I'm listening to this album, I'm like, it was mad distortion. I don't know if it's by design. I don't know if that's what he or they were actually going for. But to my ears, this was not for me, man. And just one more thing. In 2024, can we stop with the rapper children, the rapper kids getting on record? You know what I mean? I don't want to hear North. It's Michael Jordan all day, every day. Fuck them kids.
Oh, damn. Send on Thomas today.
You don't like Westy? You don't like that?
Sin. Honestly, I don't even know you right now, Sin.
No, you do. This is Sincere the Rap Snob.
I don't know this kid right now.
Not for me. It's a no for me, bro.
The secret is we're all heels.
Wow.
Mace. Like, yeah, I mean, the wow. Depending on who we're talking about, no one's a baby face.
And honestly, like
he's still going. All right,
well, because I also want to point out that one of my biggest problems with the project, even with the songs that I did, like, Kanye his performance was not good, man. He can't. It's like he lost his rap superpowers. Even like, I never thought of him as nice, like dog nice, but he would deliver the bars with some type of entertainment arm to it. Like he would spit like a clever line, and you'd be like, you would chuckle to yourself. You'd be like, that was dope. He got that one over. I don't hear nothing on this that gives me that feeling. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened to his rapping abilities, but like his rapping performance is utter garbage on this album.
Who wrote the raps?
That was part of
Not Pusha T.
I don't know, but I'm not even talking about the bars themselves. I'm talking about him delivering them. Like it doesn't sound right to me.
Oh, he don't sound like
It's like I don't know if he like maybe the reference tracks he didn't listen to them enough. I don't know.
Damn, Sin.
Wow, bro. That's crazy, bro. I gotta do the drop. Dini the Balance, for the sake of balance, what do you think about this? Or maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, Dan, I gotta hear from you, bro.
I thought Kanye showed the fuck up, bro. Like, Sin, what are you talking about, bro? Your ears don't work, nigga. Like,
his ears are shrinking.
Bro. Sonically, the sonics are like booming, bro. Like this, it's keep it a buck. When the shit first cut on, I damn near slammed my head on the table and said, "This is what Benny was missing." That song I just cuts on, and you're just like, "Whoa!" Like you just feel like the grandioseness of the record, bro. Like I feel like most of the songs on this was grandiose. We're gonna hear a lot of these songs in the streets, bro. Like when you go out, you're gonna hear a lot of this music. My only real critique of the album is that it almost comes off as too friendly. You get what I'm saying? As far as like you can play it in every setting where it's safe, but the music is fire, bro. As far as Kanye not rapping, Kanye was rapping. Had plenty of little quibs and lines in it. I was like, oh shit, I see you, yay. You know what I'm saying? Features were fire. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs. Shout out to Playboy Cardi with the best Future impression I've heard in a while. You know what I'm saying? Travis Scott, Cook, even Vultures as a record sounds better through the flow of the album. Like Problematic, King, like he really got his shit off on King, bro, when he was letting you know, like, I am God here. Shout out to the homie, I am God, but I am God. Like I'm going against the green with a certain team, you know what I'm saying, that shut niggas down who go against the grain. And not only am I doing that, I'm still here. I'm making great music. I got my kid on. And as far as the kid shit, you bugging, bro. He would have probably had to pay some fucking retro singer like 250 racks to do the same shit and sound the same that North would have sounded like, bro. So you got your kid getting on. She gets the writer's credits of whatever credit she gets on that. And you still, bro, like this album was fire. Like sonically, like it's I could go anywhere album, bro. I could be at the club, listen to this album. I could be on Motion, listen to this album. I could be chilling, rolling up a spliff, listen to this album, bro. The songs, every song is a vibe. He actually put together a playlist of vibes. Like I'm
that was
bugged.
all the same mood, low key though, Danny. The 3 moods you just listed was all the same mood. I'll be in the same mood when I'm doing all of those.
And that's what Macy made that comment.
I'll be rolling up on the train, bro.
Yeah. When we did the reaction, and it's like, yeah, I think the to sin and that's to Deanie and Macy's point, the vibe is the vibe. But I guess for me, I like the subject matter because I feel like I gotta look at some of our people who commented. I'm gonna get into the comments on the next episode. But just a lot of people were saying like he was talking like too much nastiness in the raps about like sex and whatever. I'm like, y'all didn't hear this man rapping on this? Like he was rapping. He was very vulnerable. He talks about all his issues and as well as the sex. Yes. He did talk about the egregious shit, but he also talked about the fact that he's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He talked about, even on the song King, where he talked about no matter what the headlines are, I'm still him. Like to me, Kanye addressed his life in a way that I haven't heard him address since the early days of his dominance. Like he, instead of just pretending to be a gospel artist and rapping about God who we knew was bullshit, he got back to talking about himself better than he normally does. Now, have we heard technical, better rapping from Ye in the past?
Of course.
Absolutely. Yeah. But I was locked in with the subject matter because I was surprised that he was willing to pull that veil back and really tell us about what the fuck going on with him, whether he's bipolar, whether he's crazy, blowing the billions of dollars with Adidas and but still feeling like he's that guy. Like the singing stuff, I don't like. You know what I'm saying? That's not when Ye get on his melodic shit. I've never liked it. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not mad if this is the Ye we're gonna get going forward. Where he's gonna be forthcoming. I'm here for it. To Free's point, Free said I was bugging about her loss. You're absolutely right. It's not better than her loss. It blows Odyssey Left Mine out the water. It blows For All the Dogs out the water, but it's not better than her loss. I apologize for my take on Saturday. If I offended y'all, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I apologize.
I don't know. It's up there though.
As the OVO team, do we forgive him, Stan?
Well, here's the thing. You don't gotta get my sanction for that.
I have no. You the OG of the member.
Nah, I have no authority in that lane, bro.
Has your opinion
that's out of my jurisdiction. I have no jurisdiction in that lane. But now when I first heard Vultures, I was like, this kind of reminds me of not honestly, never mind. For All the Dogs. And it just sounds like Ye's version of it.
Okay.
I didn't like that album. I didn't like this album. I like Donda way better than this shit. I'm keeping it a buck.
I might run listening again, John. I might want to run back.
Yo, go back.
This is the best joint in Dog Twisted Fantasy, bro. To me.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Nah, hell, it's not better than T-Lock. It's not better than T-Lock, bro. Nah,
to me,
right,
Since.
We got too many voices. Here's what I say. I'm gonna shoot Sin some bail. While I don't 100% agree with his Donda take, I'll say that Donda's highs destroys anything on this album. The highs of Donda are prime Ye, but the skips, there are less skips on this project Vultures than on Donda.
Mathematically that tracks out. Like Donda had like 30 plus songs, bro. So
man.
It's just a numbers game.
But Donda didn't make you want to go back to it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Let's
like this, I'm definitely going. I've been back to this 3 times.
Guardian TV.
When's the last time you spun Donda, bro?
Go back off the grid.
Is better than
Hurricane, Life of the Party.
CLB was mid, bro.
Bro, this album does not have. This album does not have any moments like off the grid.
Yep. Life of the Party.
Hurricane's crazy.
Hurricane was great. Jail was dope. They got some joints.
Jail is epic.
Jail crazy.
But as a full project, I don't know, bro. I didn't honestly the first 67 joints. I was like, what? There's not that many skips for me on this album, bro. I can't think off the top of my head what joint was a skip for me. I actually like listening to the joint.
I'm like
shout out to Ty Dolla. He did his shit on this. Like niggas got off, bro. Like
the songs
Freddie Gibbs.
For me, I titled them songs I did not hate.
Here's what
That's
I
how
asked.
I felt about this album.
All right, so you
Jeez,
said
son.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So you're saying this is better than on early listens. This is better than Pablo? Better than
It's not
Yeezus?
better than Pablo.
Better than Yeezus, definitely. Better than Donda to me. I feel so.
About, bro.
As far
better
as
than Donda, yeah.
As far
Better
as
than
better than Donda, hell yeah. Better than Jesus is King, yes. Maybe Life for Pablo, maybe Life for Pablo can make an argument, but Yeezus though, no way, bro. Yeezus only got like four or five songs I even listen to. Black Skinhead, Bound 2, Blood on the Leaves. Like outside of that, this shit is kind of mid, my nigga. Like
I'm gonna go on the other side of that. I don't think it's fucking with Yeezus. Yeah, I know I always love Yeezus, though. I'm biased towards Yeezus. But Pablo is an argument. You can argue about Pablo, but
you
I
can.
think better.
This ain't fucking with Pablo. I'm sorry, bro. This is
Jesus.
not. Pablo had like A+ level Kanye material. There's nothing in here that would make a Kanye playlist for you, like a GOAT play. You know what I mean? Nothing.
Thank you, Mace. Thank you. And that's all I'm saying.
Good ass B+. You know what I'm saying?
I could pick songs off of Donda that'll make a Kanye playlist. I ain't picking no songs off of this album for my
Ain't no more parties in LA on there, bro.
It ain't. But as a project, as a total listen through,
Father Stretch My Hands Part 2, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but there's a lot of there are skips on TLOP though. You know what I'm saying? There are skips. There's plenty of skips on Yeezus, and Yeezus only like what 12 songs, 13 joints. There's plenty of skips, my nigga. Like
plenty of stretch. Y'all
out of 12 songs.
Black Skinhead crazy. I Am a God.
Down 2 fire. Blood on the Leaves fire.
My liquor is.
It's a hard listen.
Oh my liquor is.
Thank you, Mace.
All timer, bro.
All right, so I guess much like the comment section, we are divided,
bro.
You know what I mean? Don't say the rap roundtable said it's good. Some of us think it's good. Some of us don't think it's good. You know what I mean? We are divided.
We arguing today, yeah.
Right. You know, some niggas gonna go online and say we all said it was fire. That's not what happened. We got some super chats to get to though. Mike H with the super chat. Shout out Mike H family. My ears have shrunk in my old age. I got to track 4 and stop. Maybe it's me, but Kanye's music feels like homework now. Oof.
Damn.
That's a bar right there, Mike H.
Yeah.
Mad Max with the super chat says, album was Basua. Congrats, yeah, you on my shit list with Mount Rushmore, most garbage MCs in my lifetime. Ye, Wayne, and Rick Ross.
Max gotta chill, bro.
You are a maniac, bro.
Beast.
This terrorist, bro.
Zig with the dub. Much love, Zig. I appreciate you, family. He says, track 7 through 12, I just can't fuck with. However, there's definitely a few tracks that I've been playing relentlessly. Listening to this was similar to looking at a Basquiat painting and trying to find the positives. All right.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Zig with heat.
Bro, the Basquiat slander?
Hey, man. Hey.
Black History Month.
I love trashing our legends.
Should have never gave you niggas money.
Make room for new ones, you heard?
Y'all gotta relax, man.
Damn it, man. Next topic. We put out a post in our community section on YouTube where, we asked the people to give us like what y'all want to hear us talk about next as the year goes along, as these pods keep rolling out. You know what I'm saying? And one of the comments that the person, his name was Nick, he said that he feels like hip-hop hasn't gotten off to a good start so far in 2024. So I'm asking the Rap Roundtable and I'm asking the chat. So far, we're about a month and a half into the year. Do you agree with Nick's assessment that hip-hop is not in a good place to start the year? So say the Rap Side, I'll come to you first.
Nah, I think he low-key bugging right now.
Okay.
2024 has gotten off to a pretty good start, if I do say so myself. This Kanye album aside, even though this Kanye album is providing a lot of discourse, so I appreciate it for that. But you had the 21 Savage album, which to me, and you will never in a million years would you think these words would be coming out of my mouth. So far this year, I think 21 got the best album this far. You got the Benny album, the Hit Boy and Alchemist 3-piece that went crazy.
Facts.
We got Stove God came out of hiding to give us a single. We got some beefs that have gotten, some conversations happening. Eminem versus Benzino, and Benzino might have won. Like, that's wild. You got Nicki versus Meg. You got Lotto versus Ice Spice, which we'll get into in a little bit. And then when you get to the underground, you know what I mean? Like I just said, Stove God just made an appearance. I'm excited for what he's got coming. Pause. You got Master Ace and Marco Polo spun the block with a new album. Shouts to them. You got I Am God and Vic Spencer going crazy out here with their projects. Like 2024, we're only like a month in. 2024 is gotten off to a good start, bro. I don't know what homie was talking about, man.
Okay. Mesito, you did cooking already. Let what you thinking, man?
Listen, I'm in lockstep. You know, after the year that we shall never mention again, 2023. You know what I'm saying? This is off to a fantastic start. Sin named multiple albums. Did you mention the Game album too, Sin?
The Game and
Paisley's.
The Game album first of the year. You know what I mean? I'm not going to skip past that. Listen, bro, like I feel like we all agree 2022 was the best hip hop year to 2020 so far. Right? You know what I'm saying? And at that point, at this point in that year, Gunna released, you know what I'm saying, like Earl Sweatshirt, you know what I mean, for you niggas that like that, young NBA young boy, for you niggas that like that, you know what I'm saying, AZ. It wasn't 2 Chainz. Jaw probably ignored us that whole week. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point in 2022, we hadn't even gotten as much heat as we've gotten this year. We might get Kendrick, bro. We might get Jay-Z. Nas, listen, don't sleep on the fact that Nas might just fucking drop again, bro.
Might get another Drake too.
Listen, we might get the Drake and Cole on tour. Who know what they cooking up? This year has been exciting. We've had beef. We got, you know what I mean? We got #1 hit records. Wasn't it a big thing that there wasn't no #1s last year? Did Meg the Stallion make a pure rap record go #1 already? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, bro, y'all, it's only a month in, but this year got me hype. I'm not gonna lie. So far, I feel like we're gonna have a good year in hip hop, man. Wipe away the memory of Billy Woods, bro.
And Schoolboy's around the corner.
Yeah, man. End of the month.
Need a balance. I mean, I know my brothers so far they've kind of covered the gamut, but just generally, do you agree or disagree with hip hop being in a bad spot so far?
I think it's in a great spot, man. It's competitive again. I feel like a couple years ago, people didn't have nothing to rap for. I feel like now you got something to rap for again. The status means something of being the best. And we're definitely seeing that at a high level. Sonically, like the music is getting more grand. Like I've been looking forward to that, bro. Like salute to all the niggas that make, you know what I'm saying? You know, like dashiki tunes. Shout out to all my niggas that just make what you make. But my type of music where the sonics matter, I feel like it's that time again, bro. Like I feel like there was a time where lyrics mattered more than anything, and then they overdid it where the sonics mattered more than anything. I feel like right now we're in that beautiful place where the sonics and the bars and just the overall vibe of the music is in a good place, and I'm fucking with it. The ladies are back beefing and rapping again. You know what I'm saying? The younger dudes is doing their thing while the older dudes is doing their thing. It's like if you took an average nowadays, the average rapper is probably like, 38, 39. You know what I'm saying? 20, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, pretty much we said if a nigga would be 30 years old rapping, we'll laugh at him. You know what I'm saying? It was something you got out of before you hit 30. So the fact to see, I mean, shout out to Killer Mike. He damn near 50. Was he like 48, 49? Just took home 3 joints. So it's like, it's good to see that the culture is not what we thought it would be, where you had to be a damn near still a young man to get out the game. You could be an older head and still, we're looking forward to music from Hove. You know what I'm saying? And might be doing that well into his 60s. Nas is 50. So it's really in a good place. You know what I'm saying? People are rapping at a high level. You already mentioned all the albums. Shout out to Schoolboy Q that's coming through March 1st, I think it is. So that's going to be something new. I think it's in a good place right now. Shout out to Kanye West. I do like this album.
Nick, I appreciate you commenting on the post and giving us something to talk about, but I hate to say that you got a unanimous decision from the Rap Roundtable. So far, 2024 has been very active. We love it. Real quick, I just want to shout out Vic Spencer, I Am God in the chat, getting active. We love y'all. We love the music. And those are 2 acts coming out of Chicago early on who already set the right tone, especially on that. As we call it, the underground, overground perimeter area where you're somewhere in between both. Those guys are dropping heat. You could argue that Bloodstained Suede 2 is already album of the year. You know what I'm saying? You can make the argument. You know what I'm saying? Benny the Butcher, we did a lot of talking about Benny, but it ain't like the album is ass. There's some fire on there. You know what I'm saying? Griselda's gearing up. I think didn't Conway drop a record like a week after?
Yeah.
Benny dropped the same day. Please forgive my memory, but the fact remains is we're getting the artists that we want to hear from putting out fire. Then we got the mainstream niggas actually trying to rap. There's a convergence between mainstream and rapping that's happening right now because all the girlies, we're going to get to them in a second, but the girlies are rapping and they're competing. Say what you want about Bigfoot. That went #1 when it dropped. Megan Thee Stallion went #1 when she dropped. Lotto tried it. We'll get into that in a second. You know what I'm saying? All the people that you want to hear from the outside. Hit Boy and Alchemist dropped a 3-pack that was fire. That makes us want a full-length project. Boldy dropped a single. Then if you go on Twitter, all of the A1 killers are on a Twitter pages telling you that we about to come back outside. Rome Street's gearing up. You know what I'm saying? There's rumors that Hov is coming outside. You never know what Nas might do in 2024. You know what I'm saying? We know Aubrey's gonna come back outside again. Ye is outside currently. Like Pusha T might drop this year. I think we're still gonna get the Gangsta Grills. You know what I mean? It's like
I heard something about Most and Alchemist linking up.
There you go. There you go. And it's like, as someone said that we crapping on 2023, we're not crapping on it so much as we're saying that you see how we just named the who's who of niggas in rap already that it's either outside or on the way outside.
Also, Jay Electronica, Westside Gunn, and Hit Boy.
Bro,
yeah, that came out of nowhere. Like that's a crazy placement on the bingo card. You know what I mean?
None of this. We had the fake Drake and Yasin Bey beef for a second. You know what I'm saying? We got some comedy out of that. You know what I'm saying?
Comedy and good discourse too. You know,
regardless of who wrote the bars with Benzino, we got great discourse out
Free
of that.
Smoke, Free Smoke record.
You know what I mean? It's active right now. It's so active. I feel competitive again. I'm not gonna start no problems on all the podcasts, but I just feel I'm excited about where the space is gonna go. That's all we saying. Like, is this not what we want? Like, Sims always say, are you not entertained?
Come on, man.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
They got the people going.
Listen, and J. Cole's supposed to drop this year too. I know y'all don't care, but Big Sean said he's dropping this year. You know what I mean?
If he rapping like how he was rapping on the Palisades, I'm here for it, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Still,
he slid on. I'm gonna. I gave him his props last year for that verse on the Larry June project.
Palisades,
giving him his props again. The shit he did, he slid over that Dilla beat.
All right,
he slid.
And then on the podcast side, you know what I mean? For the people who watch our shows, ourselves and According to Hip Hop said we're going to get together to do quarterly link ups to discuss the culture. So you as listeners are getting what y'all want to. Like, everybody's winning.
Come on.
We all win. You know what I'm saying?
Lose.
Win. And then, I see somebody talk about Mickey Fax, Mark DJ. I love what Mickey Fax is doing with the Pendulum Ink shit. Really breaking down the sport for the nice niggas and the niggas who love lyricism. What more can you ask for? 2024 is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
That's pointing out.
We might get Future this year with Metro. I seen Tyler the Creator saying he gonna drop again this year. Everybody is coming outside.
Everybody outside.
You gotta
Ice Spice at the damn Super Bowl with Taylor Swift. Like, this shit is just happening, bro. Like, it's a lot of crazy things going on in the culture, man.
I love to see it, bro.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued by this Kanye and Eric Sermon link up that's supposed to happen.
That's crazy.
Come on.
Another installment of this Vultures series, I guess.
They're
gonna turn me to a customer.
We're gonna see. Davis to the super chat says, thank you for introducing Vic. Will still be MVP in 2024. Shout out to you for tapping in with Vic. That's what we try to do with our podcast is introduce artists that we believe you guys would like to add them to your playlist, your musical collection, or whatever the case. If Stove come outside, Stove is gonna be an MVP candidate, hands down. You know what I mean? Last time before we get out of here. Wow, I'm so focused. You're a wild guy. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
What?
You're a wild guy. But last but not least, before we get out of here, Lotto dropped her Sunday Service supposed Ice Spice diss record this past Friday, and the goal was to get the people going. From my vantage point, it doesn't seem like the mission was accomplished. The shit was so shaky that even 2T's himself said the song was trash. You know what I mean? And we know 2T's he's now an engagement farmer. He does a good job of engagement. but at the same time, he usually doesn't put his journalistic integrity in question. For him to come out and say that this song is a dud or it wasn't it off rip is kind of tough. I mean, Latto did a lot. She even went to the Bronx early in the morning when nobody knew she was coming to shoot a video. Dropped a little TikTok video. She made it clear that she has her eyes set on Ice Spice. As the BX representative, Deanie the Balance, Latto's in your borough trying to shake shit up. This song comes out. What do you think, Deanie?
It was a waste, man. So waste, Regin.
Waste, man. Damn
it. First of all, I've never been a fan of the whole like going to somebody's hood. You know what I'm saying? Especially going there with like 1,000. You would look like the president. You went there with 1,000 black trucks. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't on smoke time. So I don't see the whole thing of, hey, I drove through Brooklyn. Like that, I don't see what that does for people. You know what I'm saying? Second of all, it don't even feel like a diss. Like, how many actual jabs did she really take on the record? It feels like it was a song that was made to hit the spot. And maybe if I just drop a couple of jabs, it'll hit. I think the song will pick up. I think they're like in the spot the song will go. But as a diss and as just as a total beef between the joints, this is just whack. You know what I'm saying? It's just whack. I did like the video though. I did. I thought the belly cuts was fire.
You didn't like a Latto.
Hey Latto, you know what I'm saying? I thought the belly scene was fire. I even thought like the scenes in the Bronx was fire. Just the fact that it's coming to the Bronx to her hood, just to sit in a car with 100 goons and I just didn't move me. If she just went to the hood and just shot I would have just respected it. You know what I'm saying? But it could have been a lot better, man. I'm expecting more from Latto. Latto's one of the few females in the game, to me, that's actually really like that when she want to get like that. So it was a little shame you let little mommy from the deli do you like that. You know what I'm saying? I need more. I need a lot more, Latto. You too nice for the record to be that regular. It's regular.
May see it though.
Did she actually come to the Bronx? Was that AI? I'm not 100%. I watched the video. I didn't see the Bronx in the video. I'm gonna be honest. But listen, I actually think the song is kind of like cool. You know what I mean? I feel like Meg with his and her with this, and Glorilla dropped the song of the week last week.
Glow.
Hey, you know what I mean? The women are doing it right now. You know what I mean? Add this to the compilation, y'all. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm lockstep with Deanie. This is almost like the Intercontinental title, right? We had the World Heavyweight title, you know what I mean, last week with Meg and Nikki. This is the Intercontinental of the ladies, you know what I'm saying? So they've been throwing shots back and forth at each other for like the last 5-6 songs. So I think these shots were already in here. You know what I mean? She clearly added the "you the shit," reply in there. But Latto's team seen what this shit just did for Meg last week, and they completely promoted this shit as a diss song when it's a mid diss song. It's a good song, a mid diss song. You know what I mean? Your team just tried to get the clout. You know what I'm saying? And now you kind of look like a bozo, especially since we just seen Ice Spice at the fucking Super Bowl all fucking night, chilling with a celebrity A-list, you know what I mean, team in the Super Bowl.
A four-time best album winner, Mace. You heard?
She was nominated with a Grammy with Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Ice Spice is doing good right now. So if you were gonna diss, it needed to be a knockout punch, not these like little petty bars that nobody gave a fuck about. So while I say Latto is a good rapper, this was a good song. Horrible execution by the team, because you looking like, you know what I mean? You looking like a bozo this week. You know what I mean?
Talk about it.
Yo, I love when the chat delivers the comedy like this. You said Nikki was on cocaine. What's Latto's excuse? Yo.
We didn't say that. That was
damn it, man.
It's not our words.
Hey, yo, Sid, what you thinking, man?
Nothing much, man. I'm in lockstep with the fellas. You know what I mean? When I look at all the cards that were on the bill, you know what I mean? You got Eminem versus Benzino, you got Nicki versus Meg, you had Mos versus, Drake on IG, no less. But even like all three of those garnered more attention from me than this Lotto Ice Spice thing, man. Like this is the lowest card of the night. Nobody to take a page out of Jarve's book. Who asked for this? I don't know. It wasn't me. Nobody asked for this, bro. I mean, Latto can rap. And now here's the thing, like, and I think somebody else brought this point up. I think during Nicki's Bigfoot. Being able to rap doesn't necessarily mean that you're good at battling. Right. You know what I mean? Latto can rap. She's got a good flow, a good cadence. Her voice is, it carries. You know what I mean? There's weight to it. And she makes good records, decent records. You know what I mean? It's not. I'm not gonna say that I'll be knocking her shit all day, every day, but like she makes some pretty good records. But as far as like this diss track, like this shit, like these were fucking, you know what I mean? Love taps. These wasn't no jabs. These wasn't no haymakers, uppercuts. You
cute joints.
You know what I mean? Like fuck out of here. Like this shit ain't. It didn't hit. Nothing about it hit at all.
Shout out Marcos. He know the vibes. New York Bias 3. It's on the way. Nah, but to be fair, bro, I wanted to like the Latto record. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Funk Flex was on Instagram screenshotting conversation saying, I don't know if I can play this. There was a lot of anticipation behind this Latto diss. And I got to come out and say it outright. Latto clout chased. She clout chased bad with Ice Spice. First of all, and now I got to put my New York cape on. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to the Bronx and shoot the video. You ain't announce it. You ain't pull up at 5 p.m. on whatever Ave and let niggas know ahead of time you was spinning where Ice Spice was at. We didn't know you was in the Bronx until after the photos came out and you probably had already left the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? And you probably got a permit to shoot the video and probably had the shit blocked off. I'm assuming. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure with music videos, there's certain areas that are blocked off where you could do your thing, do the shoot, and then leave. Again, if you would have said on Tuesday, yo, it's up for Ice Spice, we in the Bronx, we shooting the video, Sunday service, come spin it, whatever, then I would have been like, oh, all right. But you ran to the Bronx, you got everybody to promo the diss. Ice Spice is a more popular rapper than you right now. I thought you was beefing with Nicki Minaj. How you try to punch down on Ice Spice and then the Fart record do everything that Sunday Service didn't do? You let a song called Fart end up being Prophecy. Wait, hold on. She's at hold on.
I have to do the fart sound on this shit.
Wait, sooner or later we'll all find out who the prophet is.
Yo,
is it Ice Spice?
Sooner or later we'll all find out who the fart was.
Think about it. Ice Spice was at the Super Bowl next to the biggest pop star in America in a suite while you dropped a song that nobody gave a fuck about, and the popular hip hop scribes essentially farted on it all weekend. So when she said, you think you the shit, you're not even the fart, how is it not Prophecy? She's at the Super Bowl. Fart is number one. What did you do? You chased clout.
Go to the Bronx.
You
low key with the black Suburbans on some Barack Obama shit.
Bro, you chased the clout. The song didn't deliver. Now you saying you want to fight in the diss song and all this and that. Bro, you failed. You did bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like somebody said in the chat, deli? Latto don't even have a deli. Like, I mean, Latto got jokes. Yeah. I'm not gonna front on her music. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you did all of that, and then all she did was just sit in the booth. That's the response. I'm in the Super Bowl. Every time you saw Taylor Swift, you saw Ice Spice last night.
Yeah.
And shout out to Riot. Ice Spice not even Roc Nation. How'd she get this look?
Yeah.
Who's her team? I want to meet them.
New York Energy.
Nah. Who's the machine behind Ice Spice? I got questions. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we got
maybe Taylor like the energy, man.
I'm just saying, bro. Everything she got in front of Latto and dropped Fart after a little clip.
Yeah.
About Sunday Service. And it ended up being Prophecy. That's that. I'm standing on that. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. Mike H said he cried. Let me put it up there. He said, I cried when I read the comments in the comment section that said Ice Spice danced for the strippers in GTA. I didn't realize how she danced until you just said that. That's exactly it.
That's wild, bro.
Because as much as we are wolves at the rap round table and we love an attractive woman, every time she dances, I be looking like, yo, you need shorty from making a band. You got to get your boom cack on.
For real,
this puts it in perspective. She does dance like an NPC in Grand Theft Auto.
I'm dead, man.
In the fake Bronx strip club in GTA 4, she danced like one of them.
Oh, with the one little move, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Mad Max, chill, Dini, you remember? Mad Max, super chat.
With the one little move.
You do that little wiggle. Yeah, I used to laugh at that shit so hard, bro.
Yo, that's crazy.
Mad Max with the super chat says Spice up 1-0. The ice boiling line was whack. Lotto, you not it, and Highbridge ain't even ice block. Head to Fordham,
talk about it.
Ice rap better, make better joints, better voice than Lotto. Damn, Mad Max is
yo, Mac, you on fire tonight, bro.
MVP for tonight.
Nigga, you trying to get the spot?
Yo, my whole thing with real quick about the Lotto pulling up the Ice Spice hood, where like the Bronx, where like Deanie's homies like supposed to pop out and air out Lotto, like
that's what I'm saying.
Like was they supposed to beat Lotto's ass? Like
but here's the difference though, because you know how it is in the Bronx, it's a tight rap. She might have went over there to some little munchettes, some little Ice Spice fans, might have threw like some Henny bottles out of some shit. It's wicked,
bro. You know how the Bronx give it up. That's what I'm saying. If she would have announced she was spinning, she wasn't gonna make it in or out of the Bronx.
Facts. Little Ice Spice fans would have pulled up different, bro. Would have been nasty out there.
I'm from New York and I don't even play with the Bronx like that. You gotta give me a direct address. Where you at? What's the parking like over there? If I gotta walk 2 blocks after I park, I'm not coming, bro. I'm from the Bronx like that.
The new Kevin Foxy shit.
Oh shit. On site.
You know what I'm saying? Like I stay in Harlem. Since they come to Harlem, I don't even hesitate. All right, we outside. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Bronx.
Take a few more. Man, come to the boogie. Tell them that I sent you.
Meet us on 4th. I ain't going to the Bronx. You know what I mean? Real shit.
Or somewhere well lit and populated like Fordham.
Big
facts. Maybe in Mount Vernon. I'll drive past the Bronx. You know what I mean?
Yo,
and that's respectfully. I got one static Bronx, B. But yo, we gonna leave y'all here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get to Brooklyn. I'm on location right now. This was a dope live. Shout out to everybody for pulling in, chopping it up with us, arguing back with us. You know what I'm saying? You love it.
The home team.
We love the energy as always. Again, we don't ask y'all to come to agree with us. We want y'all to scrap with us. We want to build this discourse, build these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then run up the comments in the comment section. Everything feeds the algorithm. And again, if you ain't caught one of them truckers yet, roundtablemerch.com. I got a few left. We got to re-up soon. We want to sell out this first wave. Cop up. Roundtablemerch.com. Tap in with us. Dini the Balance, take us home, bro.
Yo, salute to the chat for rocking with us, man. All 170 y'all, hit that like button, man. Show love. Shout out to all the people that donated, super chats. Love y'all. Fuck with y'all every day. Salute to Jav, the point guard, Sincere, the rap snob, Mesita, the voice. I'm Dean the Balance, and with our powers combined, the Rap Roundtable, man. Monday Night Raw. Pause. Yeah, dig. We out of here. Boom, 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 boom.